Here's how to make easy money in Star Citizen even if you're a beginner. I'll be showing you how to stack 3 missions all at once so that you can make a million aUEC per hour just by using a starter ship. The first thing that we need will have to be on Microtech. So currently I am right next to Microtech on Port Tressler. This is where we have to be. And we're going to accept 3 contract missions. The 3 contract missions that we're going to require is going to be under the mercenary tab. So we're going to go and hunt some creatures. We're going to take this first mission here, intensive eradication effort. The second mission is called cull invasive creatures. And the third mission is called reduce overpopulation. With these missions we're going to have to go and hunt Copion and also Marok birds. So Copion is the dogs in Star Citizen and Marok is the birds in Star Citizen. You get 2 different types of Copion, which I will show you where to find. Just a side note, you can see there in the top right corner there, they will say how many Copion we'll have to kill. If you select a new mission, you'll also see that, let's say we select the 27k mission, you'll see that we only have to kill 15 Copion. So this means we can kill 15 Copion of any sort, which means that if we actually do our main mission, we can select these missions multiple times while doing the mission. So for example, this mission requires us to kill 30 Copion in total. This means that we can select this mission twice while doing this mission. We also have this mission called cull invasive creatures, which gives us 55k, which also means that we only have to kill 15 Copion and 15 birds. But we'll only be able to select this mission once, since we're going to kill 15 birds on the bigger mission. Alright, let's get to it. Let's get into our starter ship. Let me show you where to go to. This is a very special place that I'm going to show you where to fly to on Microtech. This mission doesn't give you a mission marker, so you will have to fly to Microtech on your own. But I'll show you where to farm these Copion and these birds. So let's turn on our ship, call our hangar to open, and then I'll show you where to actually find these Copion and birds. Hopefully it's not dark on the planet, since if it is not daytime on Microtech, it's actually very difficult to do this. Seems like it's daytime. So the place I like to go to is called Empty Data Center. So it's Empty Data Center 3. So this is the one. Empty Data Center KH3. This is where I like to go and farm Copion. I'm just quickly gonna explain to you something. The Tundra Copion we can only find on these darker parts, and the Forest Copion we can only find in the forest. So we're going to go to the data center and we'll be maneuvering between areas to find these Copion. The birds we will find on the way, as they are all scattered around. So let's quickly go to the data center and I'll show you exactly how to farm these Copion. Alright, we're here at the data center. We're quickly going to fly towards the ground since the Copion is on the ground. There's the data centers in the distance. Let me quickly see. There's the data center. We're going to make our way slowly towards the data center, but while we're doing it, you'll see that the Copion will spawn on the ground. So between these 2 lines we will find the Copion. We're going to have to look for a more forest area so that we can find the forest Copion. If we can't find the forest Copion, we're going to have to go to Ghost Hollow, but that's no problem since Ghost Hollow is also on Microtech. Just gonna keep scanning by pressing tab so that we can see if we can find any Copion. Just gonna slowly make my way towards the data center, and we should be able to find some Copion while flying. Seems like we found our first Copions there in the distance. Or is that birds? Let's quickly see. What is this? Some Tundra Copions. Alright, let's quickly kill these Copions. We found some Tundra Copions, and remember, after we've killed those 15 Copions, we have to refresh the mission. So let's quickly take them out. I'm just gonna use my ship to take them out. So I'll use the guns on my ship to kill them. I'm not gonna land. Just take note of the counter on top. If you've killed the Copion, you'll know. Since when they're on the ground, their vector still shows. So you won't even notice if you've taken them out. One last Copion. Alright, so we've already killed 9 of them. These horns of the Copion are also very important. You can loot these horns and go and sell it or give it into Wicklow, which will give you some mission rewards, but for the sake of time I'm not gonna do this. Here we've also found some birds. So with the birds it can be a little bit tricky to farm them since they're really elusive. But let's quickly go and farm these birds. If you don't see these birds, just wait a bit so they can spawn in. Sometimes they take a while to spawn in. So this is the birds, this is the marker that you will see for the birds. Let's quickly see if they actually spawn in. Sometimes they can be a little bit buggy. Looks like this spawn area is bugged. So we're just gonna move on and go to another area. Here's some more tundra that we can take out. Just a little tip here that I like to do as well. You can also do a missile on them. If you really want to kill them with a missile. It's just a fun way to do it. Remember, look at the counter. Once you've killed all the tundra, then you want to refresh your mission. Alright, we've killed 15 Copion. So now we've completed one mission. Let's go to the history. Here you can see we've completed the 70 or the 27k one. So we can take another. And we've also completed the 55k one, but we still have to kill a few birds. And now we can move on. Let's quickly go and see if we can find more birds. There we see a few birds that have spawned. Can you see them? They're very small, so you have to have the good eye. I'm just gonna let them fly into my lasers. There we have one bird. Come on. Usually they spawn in 3s or 5s. Okay, we have killed 3 of them. Let's see if there's another bird. Might just be a free spawn. Let's just make sure we've killed the 3 birds. Let's go to contracts. Select the 55. There's a few more birds which just appeared. You can see on the floor, you can see their shadows. So this is where you know how to track them. Sometimes you can't even see the birds in the sky, but you can see their shadows on the ground. Just keep our eyes still and see if we can find another one. So we've already killed 5. Usually they spawn in 5s. So let's continue. We are still currently at the data center. I say let's go to Ghost Hollow and see what we can find there. Let's quickly go to Ghost Hollow. Alright, we're here at Ghost Hollow. Just take note, Ghost Hollow is a PvP heavy area, so if you see any ships flying towards you, they might shoot you down. But we're here for the Copion, we're not here to PvP. So fly towards the ground. We're quickly going to farm the forest Copion, since they do spawn at Ghost Hollow. I know this for a fact. You can see there's a lot of forest trees around here. Let's just keep scanning and see if we can find the forest Copion. There's also a lot of birds spawning here. So we've already found a patch of birds. Let's quickly see if we can kill them. See if they spawn. There we can see the shadows on the ground. Let's quickly take them out. Okay, it's down. Where's the other one? So there should be 5. Okay, we've taken out 5 of them. This should be it. Let's quickly see if we can find some more. You see, this is a very forest area. What's this? Here's the forest Copions. This is going quick. Okay, so we've killed 6 of them. Let's quickly move on and see what we can find. There's more birds here. Here's some more forest Copions that we can take out. Even a whole bunch of them. Look at There's forest, here's some forest. Alright, now we've completed the Copion mission. We've also found some Tundra Copion here at Ghost Hollow. I can see some birds here. Let's quickly take them out. And then we would complete the mission. Okay, we've completed the bird mission. Let's quickly see how much money we made. So it's been about 19 minutes just of farming. And remember, we've even wasted some time by flying back to Ghost Hollow. So let's quickly see the contracts. Here we can see we have completed 227k missions. So reduce overpopulations 27k. This one is, I think this is the 55k one. And this is the 98k one. So let me quickly calculate. So we've made 207,000 in about 20 minutes. This means that we'll be making just over 500,000 in aUEC every hour. Here we can see, now that I'm at Ghost Hollow, I think Ghost Hollow is actually the better place to go and do this mission. So here at Ghost Hollow you can see, let me just zoom in for you. Here at Ghost Hollow you can see I'm just right here at the edge. And this is where the Tundra also spawns. So if we take the main mission, this is where you get the Tundra and the birds and the forest Tundra. There you can see there's some forest Tundra. So just at the edge of the forest, you'll find the Tundra Copions. So make sure when you're going to do these missions, you actually do it on the edge of the forest. Now that you know how to make easy money in Star Citizen as a beginner, also make sure to go and watch this video.